All right, welcome in, fans, to the Rock Sports Network Section 5 Football Game of the Week, live here on the Rock Sports Network Facebook page. As always, I'm Craig the Spaz Man Simmons, and it's my pleasure to be emanating at you live from within the confines of the press box overlooking Saint Stadium. Also yielded 28 points per game. We all right? All right, so let's see here. Churchville Chili has won the last two meetings, and we will step aside real quick. We'll get the national anthem taken care of, and then we'll be back right here on the Rock Sports Network Facebook page, the Rock Sports Network Section 5 Football Game of the Week.
And now, another Rock Sports Network presentation.
Welcome back in, fans, to the Rock Sports Network Section 5 Football Game of the Week, here live on The Rock. And this is a matchup, the Battle of Chili, between, as I said, the Spartans of Gage Chili and the Saints of Churchville Chili. First half sponsor is Lattimore Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab. Lattimore currently offers 25 clinics throughout the Rochester area, including nearby locations in North Chili and Gates. More than 50 certified physical therapists have experience in healing most conditions and sports injuries, and in most cases are able to offer initial consultations within 24 hours for your convenience. LattimorePT.com, and Lattimore is Lattimore. LattimorePT.com. Dr. Jeremy Sadek. And speaking of Sadek, I want to thank Kevin, the cameraman, Gary Sadek, the producer, as the captains start making their way out for Gage Chili. You've got number 51, Zachary Piazzu. You've got number 64, that is Antonio Zona, a senior, and you've got number 27, and that is Blake Pelosi, a 5'7", 170 senior as well, meeting at midfield. Now, these two teams, I can't see the numbers right now for Churchville Chili, so I can't tell you who their captains are right in the moment, but both teams, due to the new federation scheduling, have the exact same schedule. They play the same teams in A1. All common opponents: Brighton, Canandaigua, Victor, Greece, Olympia, Odyssey, Webster, Thomas, and Spencerport. Now in A2, you've got Rockport, East, Eastridge, Greece Arcadia, Greece Athena, Irondequoit, and Wilson. Now Coach Troy Jeffers is the head coach for Churchville Chili, and Coach Binham is the head coach for the Spartans. All right, so it looks like the Saints are going to kick. They are going to defend the northern goal, which is off to our right, and off to the left is the southern goal, and that will be defended by Gage Chili. And we are facing due west, and I'll tell you what, we've had some light sprinkles on and off. It's about 65 degrees. Not much wind to speak of that will not play in, it will not factor into the trajectory or the speed with which the ball travels either on kickoffs, punts, or passes. 4 12-minute quarters right here at the almost brand new Churchville Chi-Li Saints Stadium. So going back deep to receive for Gage Chi-Li is going to be number 2, Devin Walton, a 5'8", 170 senior. And kicking off for Churchville Chi-Li will be Luca DeRose. He is a 6'2", 195 senior. As I say, the Saints going right to left, Spartans going left to right. Spartans, the visiting team, wearing all white tops, bottoms, lids with dark blue numbers. Churchville Chi-Li in their black and brown with white numbers. And we are set to go. Here's DeRose kickoff. It's a nice line drive, and it is going to be fielded cleanly by Walton right around the 10. He's going to try to find a seam on the right-hand side. He's got blocking in front of him, and he is going to get up to just around the 40-yard line before being brought down. Looked by Stavros Verone. No, that is other side. Sorry. Tristan Bliss, they're crediting the 5'10", 155 junior. So, 11:52, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for Gage Chi-Li from their own 40-yard line.
Shotgun formation for the Chi-Li Saints. Play action almost brought down in the backfield. Good job to get away by Thaddeus Powell. TJ Powell is going to get back to just on the positive side, maybe a yard and a half. Looks like he was brought down there by Brennan Fingler, the 6'1", 190 junior linebacker.
And both teams with quite a bit of youth. I know that the Churchville Chi-Li Saints, their starting quarterback is just a sophomore, Sean Murphy. So first-year quarterback for the Saints. And TJ Powell is a 6', 160 senior. So twin receivers on both sides for the Spartans. One single back here in the pistol. Here is the snap, and the handoff is going to go right up the gut to Blake Pelosi. He's got room to run, good blocking, and he is in to Churchville Chi-Li territory. Looks like he's going to get down all the way to the Saints' 45-yard line. Pelosi, the 5'7", 170 senior, brought down by Jaquel Gibson, 6', 165 senior defensive back. And you can see the Daniel Tantello, number 21, the 5'9", 165 senior running in the play. Coming out is going to be Blake Siplin, 6'1", 180 junior. 1st and 10 for Gage Chi-Li from the Saints' 45-yard line. Here's man in motion. And the handoff goes to the left-hand side. It goes to Devin Walton, and he's got room to run over on the left-hand side, and he is going to get down almost inside the red zone. Brought down there by Jonathan Bethune, the 6'1", 160 junior. That is going to be another first down for Gage Chi-Li. So the Spartans 1st and 10 from the Saints' 27-yard line, moving the ball well. Again, senior leader back, and that is vital. Excuse me, vital that your quarterback has that kind of experience. So it'll be interesting to see what the Saints have to bring with their sophomore first-year player. Man in motion from near to far, or far to near. Oh, and the pass was put right where it had to be, over on the left-hand side. But the intended receiver, Adam Williams, a 6'4", 210 junior, unable to handle it. I don't know. From my vantage point, looked like Williams might have been thinking about turning and running before he actually secured the ball. You can't go anywhere unless you have it. You can't do anything with it unless you have it. And that incompletion will stop the clock at 10:11 left to play. First possession of the game, and that'll make it 2nd and 10 for the Spartans from the Saints' 27-yard line. Battle of Chi-Li, live here on Rock Sports Network. man in motion on the jet sweep. Can't handle it. Ball is on the carpet. It's still loose. And it is going to be picked up there by Zach Piazzu, the 6'1", 235 junior lineman. They told me to call him Pikachu. They said his nickname is Pikachu, and I said, I don't know. I don't want to get myself in too much trouble. So it will be a loss on the play. It'll bring up third and about 15. Let's see what they put on the board. Well, the ball is placed at the 33. It's going to be third and 16. And that was T.J. Powell there that mishandled the jet sweep handoff. Here we go with the sweep again, going the other way this time with Devin Walton. He does get to the edge. He turns it up, but he's only going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, so that will bring up fourth down. And again, that was Devin Walton. Brought down by Liam Podzebka, 5'10", 175 sophomore. And again, Churchville Chi-Lai, definitely a younger team than Gates Chi-Lai. Gates Chi-Lai with just a smaller roster than the Saints, but not by a whole lot. 8:51 left to play, 4th and 9. And there you see it. Looks like the Saints are going to line up and they're going to go for it. Powell drops back, gets forced out of the pocket. He's going to run. And he's met there by Jaquel Gibson, the 6', 165 senior. He is pushed out of bounds, but he is going to pick up the first down. So 1st and 10 for Gates Chi-Lai. Well, let's see. Did he pick it up or not? Nope, it's coming back the other way. It's going to be a turnover on downs. We're going to take a break. You're listening to the Rock Sports Network, Section 5 Football Game of the Week.
I sprained my left knee, they did so much to help me at
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
With 20 locations throughout Monroe and Livingston County, pain relief is never more than minutes away. Same-day appointments available. Most insurance accepted. Call 1-888-PT-ROCHS.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
You'll find it online at RalphHonda.com. We know you're busy. That's why we make buying a car easy. Shop our entire inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles on the go, at your desk, or wherever you are. Want to know the monthly payment? Use our finance calculator and get pre-approved credit too. Have a trade-in? We'll tell you the value before you even come in. It's all online at RalphHonda.com. Schedule service and build your dream car. We make it easy. We value your time, so click on the new generation at Ralph Honda.
Welcome back in, fans. Turnover on down results in Churchville Chi-Lai. Ball might be loose in the backfield. And nope, able to procure the ball is Champion Chromes, the 5'10", 170 junior. A lot of pressure there put on by the Spartans that time. That was number 64, Antonio Zona, a 6'1", 180 senior outside lineman. 7:30 left to play here in the first quarter. That'll bring up 3rd and 12 now for the Churchville Chi-Lai Saints. In at quarterback for the Saints, number 7, Sean Murphy, the sophomore. First-year player up here on varsity. All right, so we just want to give a quick shout out. Excuse me. We're sorry about the coaches that may be impeding the view. We're doing the best we can to work around them, but looks like we have a timeout on the field with 7:08 left to play. We're going to take a break. We'll step aside. This is the Section 5 Football Game of the Week here on Rock Sports Network.
The Bill Gray's Chai Light Tap Room, now open.
Welcome back in, fans. Battle of Chai here on the Rock Sports Network. We're knotted up at double zeros. This is the first possession for the Churchville Chai Saints. Want to thank our first half sponsor, Lattimore Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab. And here is a rollout and a pass downfield, and that is going to way overthrow the intended receiver, Champion Chromes, the 5'10", 170 junior. And I'll tell you what, Murphy aired that thing out. And we see that quite often, especially in the first couple games of the season. These guys have been working brutally hard, and the adrenaline is pumping, and they're battling for bragging rights, for the Chai bragging rights. And Murphy rolled out, and he was rolling into the throw and just launched it. It went over Chrome's head, so that is going to bring our first punt of the game. Back to receive right at the midfield line is Devin Walton. Here is the kick. It is going to be fair caught, and it does land. I don't know if he touched that or not, but the ball is loose. And it is going to come down out of bounds right about the Churchville Chai 48-yard line. Very, very fortunate for Gates Chai that took that kind of bounce and ended up going out of bounds. So we've got 6:50. We've also got a flag down on the play. And looks like we might have another timeout. All right, so we're going to take another break. We'll be right back here with the Section 5 football game of the week on the Rock Sports Network.
Daddy had surgery and his pain was put to ease.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Only $7.99 for a Bill Gray's Great Plate every Tuesday.
All right, so illegal formation on Churchville Chai was declined by Gates Chai, and that will be Gates Chai Spartans, 1st and 10 from the Churchville Chai 48-yard line. Neither team able to establish much offense on their first possessions. Let's see if TJ Powell can move the Spartans here this time. Almost the snap hit the man in motion. Ball is going to come over here to number 27. That is Blake Pelosi. Runs it over to the right-hand side. Looks like he's going to pick up a couple yards before being taken down by Champion Chromes from Churchville Chai. 2nd and 8 from the Churchville Chai 46-yard line. Beautiful multi-use facility here at Churchville Chai. It's amazing what construction companies can do with just a plot of land. So we've got a flag down on the play, and it looks like it's going to go against Gates. I missed the signal. Dead ball foul. We want to thank Lattimore Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab, our first half sponsor. Lattimore currently offers 25 clinics throughout the Rochester area, including nearby locations in North Chai and Gates. More than 50 certified physical therapists have experience in treating most conditions and sports injuries, and in most cases are able to offer initial consultations within 24 hours for your convenience. LattimorePT.com, and Lattimore is Lattimore. Dr. Jeremy Sadak and his staff at Lattimore Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab. So with 6:12 left to go, coming when we get back from the timeout, it will be Gates Chai 2nd and 13 from the 49-yard line, from the Spartans' 49-yard line after that penalty. So for all of you Syracuse Orange football fans, tune in to the Rock Sports Network Facebook page Thursday nights for the all-new Ozone Football Show. Hosts Brendan McDaniels, along with SU football alum Andre Fontanet and Jamil Dumas, will share their expert insight from both sides of the ball. Ozone Football Show Thursdays on the Rock Sports Network Facebook page. Here is the misdirection, the handoff to Devin Walton, and he has lots of room to run, and he keeps breaking tackles, and he gets down to the red zone. He is going to make his way all the way down to the Churchville Chi-Li Saints red zone. First down run for Gates Chi-Li. 6 minutes left to go. Now, we've seen this. We saw on their first possession they were able to break off a couple big runs, but they were unable to capitalize and get the ball into the end zone. So it will be 1st and 10 from the Churchville Chi-Li Saints 20-yard line. Moving the ball well. Devin Walton, he had some great blocking over there on the left-hand side, and that just ended up breaking a bunch of tackles as well. Man in motion here is the misdirection. Hand off to Pelosi. He's going to go off tackle on the left-hand side, and he does pick up a couple. He's going to be brought down by Eldon Perez, the 6'6", 230 junior. 2nd and 7 from the Saints 17. 5:20 left to play here in the first quarter. And you can see number 34, that's Nazir Jones, 5'7", 165 senior, bringing in the play. And I am a firm proponent in doing anything you can to keep the quarterback from having to run over to the sideline, get the play, and then run back. That's so many yards extra per game that the quarterback has to run. So Powell in the shotgun. Man in motion is Mayor Morrison. And we are going to have a flag on the play. And Gates Chi-Li is signaling that it's going to go against the Saints. Clock is stopped at 4:51. Second possession here now for Gates Chi-Li. It's going to be an offside encroachment against Churchville Chi-Li. 5 yards. That'll push him back. So that will make it about 2nd and 3 now for Gates Chi-Li. For the Spartans from the Saints 17. I'm calling it 2nd and 3. They've got 2 on the board. We're going with the 3. Here is Powell. We've got a man in motion. Morrison again. Handoff on the inside. Brought down in the backfield. Brought down in the backfield by Eldon Perez, the 6'6", 230 defensive lineman, and throws him for a loss. That was about a 5-yard loss, so it'll make it about 3rd and 7 now for Gates Chi-Li. And as I was alluding to, fans, we saw this on the Spartans' first possession. They broke off a couple big runs. They got good field position, and then they were just unable to finish, unable to get the ball down into the end zone, down past the red zone. So here is Powell. 4:10 left to play in the first. Another man in motion. Powell drops, trying to hit a man across the flat. It looked like the intended receiver was Devin Walton, and may have been a little bit of miscommunication there because it looked like Powell thought the route was going to be a straight route right towards the center of the end zone, but that is not the route that the intended receiver, Walton, took. He ended up going off to the right side over towards the hash mark. And fortunately for Gates Chi-Li, nobody from Churchville, nobody from the Saints was in the area to try and attempt to pick that off. Stops the clock at 4:03, makes it 4th down and 7 to go. 4th and 7 from the 17. Here's Powell, rolls to the right-hand side, looking downfield. He's going to keep it. He tucks and runs. And he is going to be brought down there by number 52, Brennan Fingler, the 6'1", 190 junior. So that will be a turnover on downs. Another turnover on downs for Gates. So of the 3 possessions, 2 of them by Gates Chi-Li, 1 of them by Churchville. We've had 2 turnover on downs by Gates and 1 punt by the Saints. So Churchville Chi-Li will set up at their own 13-yard line. 1st and 10, Churchville Chi-Li. So let's see if the Saints can get. That is the deepest that Gates Chi-Li has gotten of their 2 drives, just unable to finish. Look downfield was pretty much the hot route was Devin Walton, but Walton unable to get open. Here's the man in motion. Here's the snap. Murphy does hand off, and he is taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Led by number 23, Adam Williams, 6'4", 210 junior. Clock continues to run. We're at 3:40 left to play here in the first quarter. They play 4 12-minute quarters. Now, at the half, what they do is they usually let the clock run out, and then recently implemented rule, they put 3 more minutes on and make sure everybody gets stretched and rehydrated to come back in. I did the Victor Canandaigua game on Chosen Spa Radio last night, and we saw a plethora of players cramping up, so got to stay hydrated. Got to stay hydrated. It's a key concern. Here is the snap. Murphy hands off on the inside, and that Gage Chili line, that front line of Gage Chili is just hanging way too tough. Way too tough there by the Spartans right now. So Spartans trying their best to give their offense a good start with good field position. 2:45 left to play here in the first quarter. 3rd and 15 from the 8 for Churchville Chili. Now, what I alluded to earlier, fans, is a lot of teams, they have the quarterback run over to the sideline and get the play and then run it back. And that's an added 20 yards, 40 when you figure it's 20 over and 20 back. That is just a lot of added running that you are tasking that quarterback with. Murphy in the shotgun, and that hard count saw somebody jump. We have got flags on the play. Now you see of course, the Spartans, they think it's going to go against the Saints. All right, so the signal does look like the signal is going to be a false start against Churchville Chili. So with 2:17 left to play, 3rd and 20 now for Churchville Chili. The Saints with 2:17 left to play here in the first quarter. Neither team able to really mount any offense at this point. Been kind of a defensive struggle here. Here is the handoff inside, right up the gut. And again, that Gage Chili front line just way too tough. So probably going to settle in for a punt here with 2 minutes left to go. We're down to the final 2 minutes here in the first. So back deep to receive is Devin Walton for Gage Chili, the senior. And that will put the punter for Churchville Chili right inside. He is inside the end zone. He is in the end zone. He's probably about 3 or 4 yards from the end line. Clock at 1:30. Oh, they're going to fake it, and he went to throw, and he is going to end up going out the back of the end zone. So Gage Chili will get the they will get the safety for the 2 points. They're going to get the 2 points and the ball. So our first points are on the board. And that with 1:25 left to go. Yeah, and Antonio Zona there. So the safety will result in the 2 points for Gage Chili. And as I said, they will get the ball as well. We're going to take a break. This is the Rock Sports Network Section 5 High School Game of the Week on The Rock.
Bill Gray's Burgers and Fish Fries are Rochester's choice because of this, and this, a lot of these, and mostly that.
Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's.
Welcome back in, fans, to the Rock Sports Network Section 5 Football Game of the Week. The Gage Chili Spartans draw first blood with the safety, and they get the ball back. Here's DeRose's squib kick. It's going to be picked up by Martin at the 32-yard line. He brings it up back across the 40, now makes it to the 45. Almost gets to midfield before being brought down by number 40, and that was Tyler Ajitsing, the 6'190" senior. Also in on the play was Joey Gibson, the 5'9", 200 junior. So that stops the clock at 1:17, and Gage Chili will have a 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. Now you ask yourself, that might have looked like it was by design for Churchville Chili. I don't think it was. I think that your kicker, Gage Chili, brought everybody so quickly he didn't have an opportunity to kick. Now here is Powell. He is going to hand off to Pelosi. He's going to get across midfield into Churchville territory, but he is met by a host of Saints. 1:05 left to play now here in the first. Chrome's on the stop. He does make his way into the Saints territory. I have to remind myself, they're both Chili teams. The Battle of Chili. Kevin Thompson on camera, Gary Sadak, the production crew. And I am Craig Simmons, a.k.a. the Spaz Man. It's my pleasure to be here on The Rock Sports Network. Battle of Chili, 2nd and 8 from the Saints 49, and we are going to have a penalty. It looks like too many men on the field. Illegal formation for Gage Chili. An illegal substitution. Too many, looks like too many men on the field maybe. So the Spartans shot themselves in the foot there with 29.9 left to go. Let's see if they can mount any kind of offense. As I said, on their first 2 possessions, they moved the ball well until they got inside the red zone. And then the Saints defense stepped up. So it's kind of been more of a defensive battle than anything else, which is okay by me. I'm old school. I'm all right with a defensive battle. I don't have to see 100-99 for it to be a good game. Here is the action to Walton going around the left-hand side, back into Churchville Chili territory. And I got to give a shout-out. I'm going to give a shout-out to Mayor Morrison. He just pancaked the dude upfield. He was blocking upfield for Devin Walton. But anyway, it's going to bring up 3rd and a long 4 for Gage Chili inside Churchville Chili territory. So with the end of the first quarter, we're going to take a break. You're listening to, or watching, the Section 5 football game of the week here on the Rock Sports Network.
Coaches teach your kids to dream. Coaches teach your kids to overcome. Coaches teach your kids good sportsmanship. Coaches teach your kids proper technique. But who teaches your coaches?
Each moment of glory contains passion, knowledge, and teamwork. As a community of learning, we transform each moment into an opportunity to aspire to great things, to engage our minds in new ways, and to excel in today's endeavors and those yet to come. This community of learning is the College at Brockport, ranked high nationally for quality and value. The College at Brockport. Pursue something greater.
The Bill Gray's Chili Tap Room, now open.
Gimme, Bill Gray's.
Welcome back in, fans, to the Battle of Chili here. The Section 5 football game of the week on Rock Sports Network. And the Spartans have the ball at the Saints 45-yard line, 3rd and 4. Here's the pitch to Pelosi on the right-hand side. He cuts back inside right along the hash mark, and he's going to get first down yardage. Fans, we want to thank our first half sponsor at Lattimore Physical Therapy. Their physical therapists enjoy the work they do, and they bring a positive attitude to their patients' therapy experience. They want their patients' therapy to be something they look forward to each and every session. If patients tell their friends and family about their success at Lattimore, they know they've done their job. Dr. Jeremy Sadak and his crew at Lattimore Physical Therapy, LattimorePT.com. So it's 1st and 10 for the Spartans of Gage Chili. Here's a man in motion. That's Morrison. And ball is going to be incomplete. Intended receiver was Adam Williams. And that'll stop the clock at 11:32. As I said earlier, alluded to, they play 4 12-minute quarters. And 11:32 left to play here in the second quarter. And you can see number 21, Daniel Tantello, bringing into play, 5'9", 165 senior. And I listen, I know I've beat this horse to death already, but I can't say enough about the intelligence of having players from the sideline bring the play in instead of having the quarterback. Here's the play action. The draw goes to Pelosi. He's met behind the line of scrimmage, and actually due to leaning forward, he's going to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. He's still going to lose a couple yards, though. Hit by Jacob Short, the 6'1", 240 senior. That'll be a couple yards lost. I guess he didn't make it back. Knee must have hit. Look at this, the big guy, number 77, hustling over Joshua Reese, a 5'10", 255 sophomore. 11 minutes left to play, 1 minute in. Here's 43 bringing into play. That's Jamie Smith, a 5'8", 190 junior. So ball over on the far side hash mark, 3rd and 12 from the 39-yard line. Man in motion. Well, we definitely little miscommunication on the count there on behalf of the Spartans. So that'll be a false start. That moved at least 2, if not 3 of them. I know just about the whole left side jumped off. But here now you can see T.J. Powell, the senior, running over here and getting the play from Coach Binham. So false start. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. Still going to be 3rd down. Now the clock back to running with 10:35 left to play in the first half. So it'll be from the 44-yard line of the Churchville Chi-Li Saints. Now with the end of the quarter, the switch, the Spartans going right to left, north to south, and Churchville Chi-Li defending the southern goal going left to right. Here's Powell, drops back, airs it out, has a man downfield. His intended receiver was Adam Williams. He got tied up with number 3, Jaquel Gibson. And I think a couple people from Gates Chi-Li wanted an interference call there, but it was clean and green from my perspective. I don't think there was anything there egregious. I think in that situation you let him play. So dropping back to receive the punt deep are Davion Pride, the 6'1", 150 junior, as well as number 5, Champion Cromes, the junior as well. So the first punt of the night for Gates Chi-Li, it's up, and it's going to go out of bounds over on the far side. The kick was made by, I'm not sure, can't quite tell what it is, off 51. So that was Zach Piazzu, the 6'1", 235 junior. It goes out of bounds right around the 30-yard line. So that is the second punt of the game. Each team now with a punt. Let's see, we had to punt here. Just doing a little bit of housekeeping, as we say. So with 10:08 left to play, it will be 1st and 10 for Churchville Chi-Li from their own 30-yard line. And again, neither team able to mount any offense. And I don't think it's a question of the skill level of the offense. I just think each team's defense is stepping up. As you see right here, handoff over the left-hand side, met way behind the line of scrimmage. I do believe I saw Ethan Milligan in there, the 5'10", 180 junior. He was in on that tackle behind the line of scrimmage. And I'm also going to give a shout-out. I'll go to James Harris, the 4th, 5'7", 175 senior. We also have a flag down on the play, and it's going to go against Churchville Chi-Li. Clock has been stopped at 9:56. All right, well, an illegal block on Churchville Chi-Li. That'll walk it back 10 yards. Push him back, push him back. 9:56 left to play here in the first half. 10-yard penalty is going to make it 1st and 20 now from their own 30. So with the way that Churchville Chi-Li is struggling to mount any kind of offense, they've got to stop shooting themselves in the foot with that type of penalty. We have an official timeout That stops the clock at 9:56. We're going to take a quick break. Section 5 football game of the week here on Rock Sports Network.
Daddy had surgery and his pain was put to ease.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Welcome back in, fans. 9:56 left to play. It's going to be 1st and 20 for the Churchville Chi-Li Saints. Struggling to mount some offense. They've got twin receivers here on the near side, Gibson and Chromes. Man in motion, and now set on the far side is Liam Podzebka. Here's a pass, airing it out. It's kind of an egg beater, and everybody gets tied up, and we've got a flag on the play, and we're going to have interference. We are going to have interference. The intended receiver was Chromes, and I think they're going to throw the flag on Blake Siplin, the 6'1", 180 junior defensive back. Got tied up, and that happened right about the 35-yard line. So we'll see how that shakes out. We'll see how that favors the Saints. I believe it's going to go against the Spartans. It is going to be off defensive interference with 9:42 left to play. Let's see if the all right, so it's not going to be a spot foul. It's going to be from the line of scrimmage, but it will be 15 yards, and they will set it up at the Saints' 29-yard line. 10 yards. 10-yard penalty, 2nd and 11. So nothing egregious, otherwise it would be an automatic first. But you've got Chromes and Gibson again over here on the near side. 9:35 left to play in the first. Gage Chi-Li leading 2-0 on the safety. Murphy rolls out. He's under a lot of pressure, and he is going to be thrown for a big-time loss. Thrown for a big-time loss, and that whole charge defensively was led by number 27, the senior, Blake Pelosi. Thrown for a major loss there. And once again, the Saints unable to take advantage or capitalize on the miscue by the Spartans. Pushes them all the way back to the 9-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd, and they've got 23 on the board. With 9 minutes left to play here in the first half. Just everybody and their mother got involved there for Gage Chi-Li, but that charge was led by the linebacker, inside linebacker, Pelosi. So 3rd and 26 from their 14. Murphy, first-year quarterback here in varsity, met behind the line of scrimmage. Right now, that Churchville Chi-Li front line having a very difficult time containing Antonio Zona, 6'1", 180 senior. Now, from my vantage point, he looks a little bigger than that. Or James Harris, they're crediting James Harris the 4th as well in on the stop, 5'7", 175 senior. So that will bring up another punt for Churchville Chi-Li. Unable to really mount much offense there. That will be their 2nd punt of the game. They started on their 30, ended up way back by the 10. Does not have a lot of distance, and it is going to be fair caught there by Walton. Devin Walton with the fair catch, and he's going to pick it up right around the 40-yard line. So with 7:57 left to play, and Gage Chi-Li leading 2-0, we're going to take a quick break. Section 5 football game of the week, Battle of Chi-Li here on Rock Sports Network.
Mommy hurt her lower back, but they got her back on track at
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
So after Churchville Chi-Li's 2nd punt of the game, the Spartans of Gage Chi-Li are set up in fairly good field position here at the Churchville Chi-Li 40-yard line. Here is a man in motion from near to far. Here is the keeper for Powell, and he's going to battle his way for about 5-6 yards. So T.J. Powell with the keeper calls his own number, and he is going to be brought down by Brendan Fingler, the junior. So that'll bring up 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4 from the Saints 34. Oh, that's plus. All right, we're all set now. Let's see if Gage Chi-Li can be the first to break into the end zone here. Man in motion is Mayor Morrison. He's going to get the handoff on the jet sweep. Room to run off the end. He turns it up, and he's going to get down inside the red zone, right down to about the 15, 16-yard line. Now the ball kicked out, and it was loose, but the official very quick, the side judge very quick to come in and signal that Morrison was down. So he's going to get down, it looks like, to the 17-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10. Once again, we see the Spartans inside the Chi-Li red zone, but they've come up empty-handed 3 times thus far. Let's see if they can knock one down here with 7 minutes left to play. 1st and 10 in the first half, I should say. 1st and 10 from the Saints 17-yard line. Here's Powell in the pistol. Man in motion. Handoff is to Devin Walton. He gets to the edge. Room to run. Uses the blocker. Gets down before being pushed down or out of bounds right about the 3-yard line. Right there by Tristan Bliss, the 5'10", 155 junior. The right now, well, there is a flag down on the play, depending upon where it is. Usually in that situation, it's going to be a holding, and it is. It's going to be a holding against Gates Chi-Li, so that's going to come all the way back. So both teams have shot themselves in the foot here, at inopportune times. Not like there's ever a real opportune time to commit a penalty, but just when you're moving the ball, you're inside the red zone, and you come up with that kind of penalty, it's going to push you back, and it's going to be 1st and 13 now. Instead of 1st and goal from about the 3, it's going to be 1st and 13 from the 20. Here is Powell in the shotgun. Man in motion is Morrison. And misdirection goes to Pelosi. Plays it on the carpet. Can't pick it up. And he is going to fall on it, and it'll go back to the 27. So the exchange, Pelosi could not handle the exchange. And he looks at his hands as if to say maybe there was a little moisture on there because it had been raining early. Not a heavy rain, but, a light rain. And I don't think it's from eating popcorn with butter on it before the game, so perhaps a little bit of moisture on his hands. Either way, it's now going to bring up 2nd and 20 from the Saints 28. So again, instead of 1st and goal from inside the 5, Gates now setting up 2nd and 20 from the 28. Let's see if Powell, the senior quarterback, 2-step drop, going for the corner, has the man open. Oh, and he can't make the catch. Blake Siplin was, in my estimation, I would call him wide open, and just Powell could not get him the ball over there on the post route. He was running the post route. That's where Powell was throwing it, and Siplin had to turn around, dance a little bit, try to find it. And I don't know if Siplin was worried about getting hit, but he was unable to make the catch. And that incompletion will stop the clock at 5:24 and bring up 3rd and long. 3rd and 20 for Gates Chi-Li. And I can't reiterate enough how they were facing 1st and goal from inside the 5, and now they're facing 3rd and 20 from the 28 with 5:24 left to play. Leading 2-0 on the safety. Here's Powell. 3-step drop. Looking long. Plants going across the middle. He's got a man, and it's a touchdown. Touchdown. Oh, we've got flags on the play, though. We've got some flags on the play. The pass was to Siplin, and it was a 28-yard touchdown pass, but there are flags on the play, so we have to wait and see what the flag came well after the play was over. It did come after the play was over, so you have to wonder if it was somebody jawing, if somebody said something, a late hit. But as it is, it's a 28-yard touchdown pass from Powell to Siplin. So the official coming over and talking to Coach Binham. We're waiting to see if the touchdown is good. Waiting for the signal. It's unsportsmanlike conduct against Churchville Chi-Li. The touchdown is good. It looks like the touchdown is good. It is. 28-yard touchdown pass play for Gates Chi-Li. That will cap off a 40-yard touchdown drive. So now in for the extra point is going to be Pelosi. Pelosi in for the extra point. Chi-Li now up 8-0, looking to make it 9 with 5:17 left to play here in the first half. Oh, snap is way over his head. Pelosi's going to pick it up. He's going to chuck it down into the corner. It's loose as it bounces around, and the extra point and the conversion is going to be no good. So with 5:17 left to play, Gage Chi-Li jumps out to an 8-0 lead on the 28-yard pass play from Powell to Siplin. You are listening to watching the Section 5 football game of the week here on the Rock Sports Network.
Bill Gray's Burgers and Fish Fries are Rochester's choice because of this, and this, a lot of these, and mostly that.
Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's.
You'll find it online at RalphHonda.com. We know you're busy. That's why we make buying a car easy. Shop our entire inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles on the go, at your desk, or wherever you are. Want to know the monthly payment? Use our finance calculator and get pre-approved credit too. Have a trade-in? We'll tell you the value before you even come in. It's all online at RalphHonda.com. Schedule service and build your dream car. We make it easy. We value your time, so click on the new generation at Ralph Honda.
The Bill Gray's Chi-Li Tap Room, now open.
Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's.
Capping off a 40-yard touchdown drive with a 28-yard touchdown pass to Siplin, Gage Chi-Li will jump out to an 8-0 lead here with 5:17 left to go in the first half, sponsored by Lattimore Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab. So back deep to receive now for Churchville Chi-Li. The Saints are Joseph Gibson, a 5'9", 200 junior, and Champion Chromes, a 5'10", 170 junior. And as I said, the Spartans, they aired it out, 40 yards. They finally drew first blood. They were the first to break into the end zone. And not sure what we have going on the field right now, but it looks like Pelosi is going to kick off from the Saints' 45-yard line. So they walked off some type of penalty against Churchville Chi-Li. The one on the touchdown, okay. You got, all right, on the touchdown. Thanks, Kevin. 5:17 left to play. The Spartans of Gage Chi-Li jump out to an 8-0 lead. Here is Pelosi with the kick from the Saints 45. It's going to be a line drive, and it's going to go in the corner and out the end. So the Saints will start from their own 20-yard line with 5:17 left to play here in the first half. A back-and-forth first half, and that, as I said, is the first time that either team has been able to make their way into the end zone. So Churchville Chi-Li will set up shop at their own 20, 1st and 10 for the Saints. Let's see if with 5:17 left to go, they are able to mount any kind of offense. And as I said earlier, folks, for all of you Syracuse Orange football fans, you can tune in on Thursdays on the Rock Sports Network Facebook page for the Ozone Football Show. That's on Thursdays. What time? 8 o'clock. 8 p.m. Here is the handoff on the right-hand side. And this Gage Chi-Li defense is fired up, and they are rocking. Number 33, James Harris, in on the stop. Joe Gibson on the run. And let's see who we also had. Nazir Jones in on the stop, 5'7", 165 senior. Clock continues to run, now down to 4:50. So it'll bring up 2nd and 9 with the ball spotted at the Churchville Chi-Li Saints 21-yard line. Nice turnout here on a Friday night. Friday night lights. Friday night football. Where else would you rather be? I ask you that. Than at a high school football game. Here is a man in motion, and that is Davion Pride. And the handoff up the middle. Nothing doing. Champion Chromes on the run. Can't find any room to go. Blake Pelosi, the linebacker, in on the stop. That'll bring up 3rd and 7 from the 23-yard line with 4:10 left to play. So once again, the O-Zone Football Show, Thursdays at 8. Talking about Syracuse Orange football. Clock continues to run down to 3:55. Hey, Buffalo Bills fans, you can tune in to the Rock Sports Network Facebook page on Tuesdays for the Huddle Football Show, where you can get great news, views, and insight on your favorite Buffalo football team and the rest of the NFL. What time? 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Handoff goes over to the left-hand side. 3:30 was a pass. That's what I get. That's what I get. All right, so it's a first down for Churchville. Chili moving the chains. Something we have not really seen a whole lot of. We haven't seen the Saints able to move the chains much, but they are able to finally get the first down there, and they're going to mark the ball at the 35. So they started out on their own 20. Time kind of not their best friend right now. There is time, though. They're on the far left hash mark. 3:33 left to play. And looks like, heard a whistle. I wonder if we're going to get a timeout here. Looks like another illegal substitution. And you know what? You know, you got to expect the coaching staffs to make mistakes in the first game as well. They haven't, they've had some scrimmages and things like that to ply their trade, to get warmed up, to, hone their skills a little bit. But you got to expect maybe they'll make some mistakes a little bit here too. So, got to shake the willies out. Now, you expect coming out in the second half, you don't expect to see as much of that. But with that, it makes it 1st and 15 for the Saints from the 30. Now we have a penalty once again, and the Spartans are signaling that it's going to go against the Saints, and it does look like it's going to be walked off right against Chili. So they're at the 30 now. And it's going to be a false start. That'll be 5 yards. Now that's going to bring up 1st and 20 from their own 25. So they have negated most of that 15 yards that they gained. They got all the way up to the 35. That is where the original line of scrimmage is, at the 30. If you look, you can see the pylons over on the far side of the field. So that'll bring up 1st and 20 now for Churchville Chili. Here is Murphy, first-year quarterback. Man in motion is Champion Crones. And another whistle. And here we go again. Another flag on the play. And this time we are going to have, looks like delay a game. It's going to be a delay a game now against Churchville. And that's going to walk off another 5 against the Saints. So now they're all the way back to where they originally started. They originally started at the 20. They got all the way up to the 35, and now they've been pushed all the way back to the 20 with 3:31 left to play here in the first half, trailing 8-0. And in my opinion, they have to get some points up here. So here is, not sure what happened there with Murphy. Murphy's pass was knocked down. Looks like it might have been knocked down there by Antonio Zona. So Gage Chili right now, the defense just too strong. And you also, again, you have to remember this quarterback for Churchville Chili, Sean Murphy, the 5'10", 160. He's just a sophomore. This is his first ever varsity football game. So yeah, he's got some youth and inexperience that he's got to battle. But as I said, he's now going to have a half under his belt. Crows in motion, near to far, gets the handoff on the jet sweep, runs to the left-hand side. Looks like he's going to make it up back to about the 30. 3:17 now left to play here in the first half. And the Saints, as I say, they have to establish something. I think they've got to let's take baby steps. Let's get into Gates Chili territory, and then let's get into the red zone, and then let's get into the end zone. They got to take baby steps here. But with 3:17 left to play in the first half, it's pretty much a tall task here now with 3rd and 17 from their own 27. So Murphy, he's got help in the backfield. He's got some blocking help. He's got a receiver on the near side, but he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage and thrown for another big loss. He's going to be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Looks like that tackle was made by Pikachu Zachary Piazzu, 6'1", 235 junior. And we are going to take a break. We're going to step aside. We've got a timeout for Gates Chili. Section 5 football game of the week here on the Rock Sports Network.
How would you like it today? How do you like your Zweigles? You know Zweigles, you know taste, but hot off the grill's not the only place. See what you're missing right in your kitchen. Put a smile on your family's face. Chicken sausage of every kind, great taste is what you'll find. How would you like it today? How do you like your Zweigles?
When I sprained my left knee, they did so much to help me at
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
With 20 locations throughout Monroe and Livingston County, pain relief is never more than minutes away. Same-day appointments available. Most insurance accepted. Call 1-888-PT-ROCHS.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
So with 3:06 left to play here in the first half, the Saints are going to be forced to punt, and the ball drops at the 50 and then hits off the chest of Devin Walton, and he pretty nonchalantly, let the ball fall back to the turf and then realized, I better fall on that. So good presence of mind for Walton. Hey, what a roller coaster ride that was. Not good presence of mind to let it bounce off his chest, but then good presence of mind to realize he had a Churchville Chili Saint within a few yards of that ball, and if he didn't drop on that, Saints would have been able to pounce on that and would have had really good field position, at least in terms of what the Saints have been up against thus far, as they would have been in Spartans territory. But as it is, the Spartans are going to start at their own 47-yard line, leading 8-0 with 2:57 left to play. So here is Powell in the pistol with Pelosi. Strong right. Twin sets on both sides. One wide out, one in the slot. Here's the snap. Powell looks. He hits his intended receiver here on the near side, and he's off to the races before being brought out by Jonathan Jefferson. Was complete to Adam Williams, a 6'4", 210 junior, and then brought out of bounds by Jeffers. And that tackle, what it does is it stops the clock for Gates Chili. Now, Churchville, they want to keep the receiver. They want to keep the clock running. They want that. Well, I guess there's a couple different mindsets. One, you can stop the clock because then if they don't continue to move the ball, they can get it back with some time left. But here's the handoff to Morrison going the opposite way. And he does get a nice block and a lot of room to run right along the sideline. And he's well inside the red zone, down to about the 15. He's ran like a good-sized dude there. Look, well, he's 6'1", 175. He's a senior, so he's got some experience. He just squared his shoulder and kept driving, and he got down to the 15-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Spartans. So my mindset, if you asked me, if I'm Churchville, I want to get out of here trailing 8-0, so I want to keep that clock running. I don't want this clock stopping for the Spartans to be able to give them time to set up. Twins on the near side, handoff to Pelosi is going to go right-hand side. Met for a 5-yard loss. He's going to be thrown for a 5-yard loss. Let's see who was, looks like it was number 20, Joseph Gibson, the 5'9", 200 junior for the Saints. So to bring up second and long, about 2nd and 14 now from the 20-yard line of the Saints. Spartans driving the ball with 2:05 left to play here in the first half. Second, and they've got 15 on the board, so we'll go with that. 8-0. Gates Chili leads. We've got a line infraction. Line judge. Usually going to be a false start. Yep, illegal procedure, false start against Gates Chili. So that bodes well for the Saints. That'll push the Spartans back a handful. Push them back 5. That'll bring up second and about 20. Second and 20 from their own, or from the Saints 25-yard line. .142 left to play. The official going to come over here. So let's talk. Introducing the all-new Bill Gray's Tap Room in Chili Paul Plaza in Chili North Greece Road in Greece, and the Port of Rochester in Charlotte. For the world's greatest cheeseburgers, half-price shakes every day from 2:30 to 4:40, and a family-friendly atmosphere. Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's. All right, I'm going to try that again. Introducing the all-new Bill Gray's Tap Rooms in Chili Paul Plaza in Chili, North Greece Road in Greece, and the Port of Rochester in Charlotte. All right, there we go. 1:55 left to go. Second and 20. Misplayed on the snap by Powell. He's met behind the line of scrimmage, but he shakes and jives and gets down inside the 10, and we've got flags on the play. And in that, usually in that position, in that situation, it's going to be some type of holding or an illegal block. So we'll see if that's going to come back or not. The officials are going to come over here and give us a signal. Couple different flags on the play. Stops the clock at 1:44. Second and 20 was the original, so it's going to be an illegal block. As I said, in that situation, you're usually going to see a hold or a block to the back. So be sure to check out The Rock, rocksportsnetwork.com. You'll be able to watch tonight's game and all of our games and sports shows this season on demand 24/7 on your smart TV, desktop, or mobile device. rocksportsnetwork.com, Rochester's only sports channel. So with a timeout, stops the clock at 1:44 with the score Gates Chili 8 and Churchville Chili 0. And remember, one more time, fans, Buffalo Bills fans, you can tune in to Rock Sports Network Facebook page Tuesdays at 7 for the Huddle Football Show, where you can get great news, views, and insight on your favorite Buffalo football team and the rest of the NFL. Now, speaking about Buffalo, I'll go there real quick. I got a second. When they drafted Allen, I said they took the wrong Josh. I thought they took the wrong Josh, but I am now – Josh Allen has made me a believer. Josh Allen has made me a believer. I am in support of Josh Allen. I'm still not a Bills fan. I can't call myself a Bills fan. Now, the other Josh, ironically, is with my team, the Miami Dolphins. So it's funny how things come around. But it's going to take more than bringing in Josh Rosen to cure all of Miami's woes. Second and 18 from the 23 for the Spartans as they continue to move the ball here with an 8-0 lead. Here is Powell. Goes across the flat, and the ball was in the hands, the fingertips of Adam Williams, but the 6'4 junior could not secure the ball. And again, I mean, that ball was thrown right at the waist. It was in the breadbasket. In that situation, you got to make that catch. I think you have to make that catch. It was right where it had to be, but just unable to secure it. And I'm not sure if he was afraid of getting hit because he was right in the flat, or if he was thinking, I'm going to the house before I got the ball. You got to have it before you can do anything with it. So once again, Kevin Thompson on the camera, Gary Sadak on production. I'm Craig Simmons coming at you live from Churchville, Chili. Battle of Chilis. Here's Powell. He drops back. He's got pressure coming. He gets it off on time, but he's going to get picked off. He's going to get picked off, and it's going to be Jaquel Gibson, 6 foot 165 senior with the interception. Our first turnover of the game, and it comes with 1:33 left to play. Now, there was a lot of pressure coming by Liam Podzepka, the 5'10", 175 sophomore, and Powell let that thing go, and it was kind of an egg beater. Underthrown, was not a lot of juice behind it. And there wasn't, with the kind of pressure that he was under from Podzepka, he was unable to put any touch on it, but that is going to result in the interception. Again, our first turnover of the game, and like I said, it comes with 1:33 left to play, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Churchville Chili from their own 19-yard line. Now, they do have time with a $1:33, but they're not going to accomplish much running the ball off the right-hand side. But Murphy hands the ball off to Joey Gibson. He comes off the right-hand side, and he was picked up by the Z-Man, Piazu. I was told, Piachu. That's what I was told by the players down there, by Gates Chili. Again, they tried to get me to, call the guy Pikachu all the time, but 2nd and 12 from the 17. Final minute of play here in the first half, sponsored by Lattimore Physical Therapy and Rehab. Down to 50 seconds. Here is Powell on the keeper. Tucks it into the right hand. He's going to get up to about the 30 before being brought down. And if they, depending upon where they mark it at the 30, he's going to pick up the first down. So the quarterback keeper right up the middle is going to net a first down for the Saints. But the clock continues to run, so they are running out of time. As it is, it looks like at the most they're going to get a couple more plays off here. So one thing we have not seen, we haven't seen Murphy try to air it out. I don't recall seeing him try to go long here, but he comes up, gets it off. But I think we're going to see motion up on the end. But yep, false start is going to go against Churchville Chili. So that'll push him back 5 yards. 25.3 left to play. So it'll bring up 1st and 15 from the 25 now for Churchville Chili. As you see champion Crows running off of the field over on the far side. This Gates Chili defense, I think, has just kind of set a tone here for the Spartans. Aha. I was wondering what that was. I'm like, oh, no, we got to bail. One final play, handoff up the middle, and they're going to be met actually behind the line of scrimmage. So that's the end of the first half, folks, and Gates Chili is going to take an 8-0 lead into the break over Churchville Chili. Here in the Battle of Chili in the Section 5 High School Game of the Week here on Rock Sports Network.
Coaches teach your kids to dream. Coaches teach your kids to overcome. Coaches teach your kids good sportsmanship. Coaches teach your kids proper technique. But who teaches your coaches?
You'll get more for your money. You'll get much greater value. You talk to kind, courteous people who really care. They're so sincere. I recommend them to my family. I recommend them to my friends. They've gone way above and beyond my great
Let's do it. Welcome back, fans. It's the second half here on the Section 5 football high school game of the week here on Rock Sports Network. Again, Craig the Spazman Simmons coming at you live from Churchville, Chi-Li. Our second half sponsor is Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Bob Johnson's goal is to give you the best deal on the best new or used vehicle possible. If you're not sure what you're looking for in a new car, truck, or SUV, stop by and talk with our expert sales team, and they'll help you figure out which model fits your needs and requirements best. Bob Johnson Chevrolet, Ridge Road West in Greece. The Gates Chi-Li Spartans lead the Churchville Chi-Li Saints 8-0. Fresh 12 on the clock. We are underway. Churchville Chi-Li will start with the ball, trying to score and answer, get some points, get rid of that bagel on the board as champion Chromes on the return is going to make it back to the 27-yard line. He's going to be taken down by Churchville Chi-Li, or by Gates Chi-Li. And real quick, listen, I want to give my wife a shout out. Mrs. Spazman, it is her birthday. She turns, like I'm going to tell you, I'm going to get myself in trouble by saying how old she is. What is it? Kevin, the women all say they're 29, right? 29. She turns 29 today. Lisa, love you. Without you, there is no me, and happy birthday. So, 11:54 left to play. Churchville Chi-Li trying to mount some offense here, starting at their own, as I say, 27-yard line. Let's see. Here's Murphy. Drops back to pass. Going long. Has a man downfield. They get tied up. And not looking. I can't see a flag. Is there a flag on the play? There isn't. Well, all right, so there is a flag on the play on the backside. On the backside of the play. On the front side by the official right in front. He kind of looked like he was hesitating whether he wanted to or not. Some feet got tied up there by the intended receiver and the defender. And it looks like they may call the pass interference there. It definitely was. It did not look intentional, but just because you didn't mean to do it doesn't mean you're not going to get penalized for it. And they are going to call the defensive pass interference against Gates Chi-Li. Now, that's not a spot foul because it wasn't egregious, so they're going to walk off, 10 yards, I believe, and that'll move the ball. Maybe 15, but it's going to move the ball up to the 41-yard line. 15, not an automatic first down, but it was already first down. 1st and 10 from their own 41 with 11:49 left to play. Gates Chi-Li up 8-0. Quick start. Here is man in motion. They hand off up the middle, and we haven't seen a whole lot of that. We haven't seen a whole lot of handoff from Gates Chi-Li, or from Churchville Chi-Li, and that is going to be Gibson, the 5'9", 200-pound junior, wrapped up right at the 45-yard line. So it'll be second and about, I'm going to go with 6. Second and 6 from the 40 for the Saints. So Murphy in the pistol. I don't recall seeing Murphy. I don't recall either quarterback going under center. Here is the man in motion. They hand off once again to Gibson. Loses his footing, though. And he's going to be brought down and hit by Devin Walton actually behind the line of scrimmage. And it looks like Devin Walton is, I would have to say, maybe twisted an ankle or something like that. Now, as I was alluding to earlier during the game last night, the Teddy Bowl that was at Victor, between Canandaigua and Victor, which Victor won 31-14. There was a lot of cramping from, I would have to say, lack of hydration. But it will be 3rd and 7. Here is Murphy coming over here to the side. It's an egg beater, and it is going to be picked off by Mayor Morrison. Morrison is going to pick it up. The ball is loose on the carpet, but they are going to say he was down. So not a lot of zip or zing on that pass from Murphy, and it was, as I like to call, an egg beater. He launched it up here, and then Mayor Morrison is going to pick it off. Now, that is the second interception of the game, and it is now each team has one. I believe each team has one now, so Gates Chi-Li is going to start off 1st and 10 from their own 43 with an 8-0 lead with 10:25 left to play. So it isn't that it was not a good idea, because he did have a man out here on the side open. He just could not get the strength behind it to get it where it had to go. Here's Powell for Gates Chili. Rolls out to the right, has a man downfield, and he's going to throw the ball behind him just a little bit. The intended receiver was Nazir Jones, a 5'7", 165 senior. Once again, Bob Johnson Chevrolet, the second half sponsor here for the Section 5 game of the week. Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Karaoke breaking out here in the booth. Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 43-yard line for Gates Chili. TJ Powell, the senior, in the pistol. Man in motion is Morrison, who had that interception. Handoff to Pelosi up the middle. He is going to get a nice big hole there. I will have to say that Gates Chili is winning the battle of the line at this point. He is going to come up short of midfield, brought down by Jacob Short, the 6'1", 240 senior. He's going to make it back up to about the 48.5-yard line. We'll call it the 49, so it'll be 3rd and 4. Excuse me. Frog just jumped down my throat. So once again, Powell, have not seen him go under center. Do not recall a time thus far tonight where either quarterback has gone under center. Morrison on the play and almost met behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to make it across midfield into Gates Chili territory. And he's going to come up short of the first down. Podzebka on the stop. So that'll bring up 4th down. It's going to be 4th and 2. 4th and 2 from the Saints 49. As you can see, the field emblazoned with the CC for Churchville Chili, the official Churchville Chili logo. I don't know, is that black and orange or a dark brown? Used to be dark brown. Looks more black than anything now, doesn't it? Black? Yeah, black. All right, here we go. 4th and 2. Powell, Pelosi in the backfield. Man in motion. And snap, not the cleanest, but Powell on the keeper. Brought down by the shoelaces by number 52, Brennan Fingler. And depending upon the mark, we're not sure where they are going to spot the ball. We'll have to see if he's going to make it to the first down marker or not. And looks like they're going to measure. I believe this is our first measurement of the day as well. It comes at 8:33. Is this our first measurement? It comes at 8:33 in the third. Gates Chili leading 8-0. Let's see what the measurement's going to be. Bob Johnson, Rochester Chevy owners know Bob Johnson Chevrolet is a place to bring your vehicle for all your service needs. It's going to be a turnover on down. The Saints come up with a big defensive stop. And let's see if the Saints are able to capitalize on that. Let's see if they can seize a little bit of momentum. 8 points is certainly not insurmountable at any level. So with 8:33 left to play, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Saints from their own 47-yard line. Let's see if Murphy can create a little bit of offense here. Pass out the flat on the slant, and the ball was put where it had to be. You cannot blame Murphy on that one. The ball was put right where Champion Chromes needed it to be, and you could see the very visibly frustrated with himself for not making that catch. I mean, that ball was put right where it had to be because Chromes was in motion at the time. If he had made that catch, I think he might have, I don't know if he would have gone to the house, but he definitely would have got deep into Gates Chili territory. But as it is, that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 47. Here's Chromes in motion, and the handoff will go to Chromes. Not a lot of room to run, and he is going to make it just back to the line of scrimmage, maybe pick up a couple yards. He'll come up short of midfield. So that'll bring up 3rd down. It looks like it's going to bring up 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9 now for Churchville Chili. right from the 49-yard line. Well, it's a 48 and a half, and when you're at the half, you round up. You don't round back. You don't drop back. You round up, so we'll go to the 49. And that front line of Churchville Chi-Li, they dig in. They've got the adrenaline pumping. They're quick to get to the ball. Here is Murphy. He rolls out to the right. He's feeling the pressure. He launches it, has a man downfield, but he is unable to get it into the hands of Davion Pride. He was feeling a lot of pressure from number 64, Antonio Zona, the 6'1", 180 senior, and that'll bring up fourth down. I mean, that ball was, I don't know, it was close. It was close to being where it had to be. And that would have been the deepest that Churchville Chi-Li has been in quite a while, because that would have put them near down to the red zone. And the red zone, in case you didn't know, is just a 20-yard line, inside the 20-yard line. So back deep to receive is going to be Devin Walton for Gates Chi-Li, with 7:36 left to play here in the third quarter. And I have to give a shout out to whoever designed these jerseys. Nice two-tone colors, able to read them on both teams. So here is the kick, and it is going to land right about the 25. And let's see, Walton is able to come up with it cleanly. So that is another punt for Churchville Chi-Li. That'll make it 1st and 10 for Gates Chi-Li from their own 26-yard line. So Gates Chi-Li holding on to the 8-0 lead. Once again, want to thank Bob Johnson Chevrolet for our second half sponsorship and walk it back to the first half. Lattimore Physical Therapy and Rehab. All of our all of our sponsors here on the Rock Sports Network for the Section 5 high school game of the week. 7:27 left to play. $7:25 and the clock runs. Here is handoff up the middle. Goes to Blake Pelosi. Good for about 2-3 yards. Brought down by Eldon Perez, 6'6", 230 junior. 7:05. Thank you. Clock continues to run. 7 minutes left to play here in the third. You can see number 43, Jamie Smith, 5'8", 190 junior, running off the field. All right, so twin receivers, twin set on both sides for Gates Chi-Li. Powell in the pistol. Pelosi back. Here is man in motion. Flag on the play. Looks like we might have another false start against Gates Chi-Li. Usually in that situation, that is going to be a false start. A legal procedure. False start stops the clock at 6:41 left to play. Beautiful, beautiful, fantastic night. Early fall evening, early fall night here in Churchville Chi-Li. Beautiful night, no rain. Sprinkled just a little bit, but the rain stopped just as we were about to get underway for the game. And as you can now see, the Spartans here in the third quarter going from right to left, north to south. We are facing due west, east to our backs. Churchville Chi-Li going left to right, south to north. Here's the snap. Powell rolls to the right a little bit, goes upfield, has a man open. That is Nazir Jones. Gets up to about the 30-yard line. Taken down by Champion Chromes, the junior. Well short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Spartans, with 6:15 left to play. Clock continues to run. Twin set on both sides. Once again, Jones in action. And the snap bounces off of the man in motion, but presence of mind by Powell to pick it up. And again, Nazir Jones in motion. Ball hit him on the snap. Eldon Perez again on the stop. 6'6", 230. 6'6", that's a lot of size at the high school level. So that's going to bring up 4th and long, 4th and a long 11 from their own 24. So we will see another punt. Again, once again, not a lot of offense by either Chi-Li team here in the Battle of the Chi-Lis. Here is the kick. Has not much air, not a lot of distance either. It is going to hit right about midfield and roll into Churchville Chi-Li territory. You are watching the Section 5 high school football game of the week here on the Rock Sports Network.
You'll get more for your money. You'll get much greater value. You talk to kind, courteous people who really care. They're so sincere. I recommend them to my family. I recommend them to my friends. They've gone way above and beyond my great expectations. It's Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Bob Johnson Chevrolet.
5:09 left to play, and the ball is over here on the near side by Churchville Chi-Li. Set up at their own 48-yard line. He does make his way in to Gates Chi-Li, makes his way into Spartans territory, so it'll be at the 49-yard line of Gates Chi-Li. The Spartans leading 8-0 with 4:41 left to play in the third quarter. Murphy, first-year varsity quarterback, sets up in the pistol, single setback. Twin receivers on both sides. Murphy looking left on the quick out route. And ball is going to, still waiting for a signal to see if that was complete or not. It is caught by Pride over on the far side, and looks like one of the Gates Chi-Li Spartans, that's Blake Siplin, caught the only touchdown of the day earlier on, is going to go down, and he is on the turf. That is Siplin on the turf. So with 4 minutes left to play, we're going to have a timeout for an injury. You're watching the Rock Sports Network Section 5 high school football game of the week here on the Rock Sports Network.
Daddy had surgery and his pain was put to ease.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
How would you like it today? How do you like your Zweigles? You know Zweigles, you know taste, but hot off the grill's not the only place. See what you're missing right in your kitchen. Put a smile on your family's face. Chicken sausage of every kind, great taste is what you'll find. How would you like it today? How do you like your Zweigles?
Only $7.99 for a Bill Gray's Great Plate every Tuesday.
Welcome back, fans. With 4 minutes left to play here in the third quarter, Blake Siplin gets up and walks off the field under his own power. He is the receiver who caught the one and only touchdown. Hey, did you know that every Tuesday is Great Plate Tuesday at Bill Gray's? Just $7.99 for 2 Bill Gray's cheeseburgers on top of home fries and mac salad, loaded with your choice of toppings. Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's. Here we go, 3rd and 7 from the 49. And Murphy tries to hit Champion Chromes going across the middle. Felt a lot of pressure and is going to overthrow Chromes. And you can see the frustration on Chromes. He definitely was in a position to be able to catch that ball, especially if in motion. And again, maybe not take it all the way to the house, but definitely get deep into the Spartans territory. But as it is, that incompletion will stop the clock at 3:56 left to play here in the third. Spartans leading 8-0, and with it 4th and 7 from their own 49, the Spartans are forced to once again punt. So I believe that's Devin Walton back deep to receive, It's up. It's a fair catch. It's going to land, and it's on the turf, and it's going to be picked up by the Saints, and that could be Saints ball. Let's wait and see. Yep, it's going to be Saints ball. They played that cleanly. You've got to come up on that fair catch. You got to come up, and you've got to pick that up. So the Saints, on that bad presence of mind, is going to have 1st and 10 from deep in Spartans territory, and they are going to have a great opportunity to finally get on the board here and give a little bit of a receipt. So it's going to be Churchville Chili ball from the Spartans 28. Now, that's not the first time we have seen that, and I've seen it happen lots of times, and I've got to say, statistically speaking, the numbers favor Churchville Chili making something happen here. Man, that is a timing snap handoff off the left-hand side. Gibson is going to pick up 3-4 yards off the handoff from Murphy. Brought down by number 43, Nazir, or I should say, Jamie Smith. So with 3:25 left to play here in the third quarter, that will bring up 2nd and 6 from the 24-yard line. Churchville Chili, best field position that they've seen in a while. And looks like somebody moved just a little bit early on the inside. But as I was saying, every Tuesday is Great Plate Tuesday at Bill Gray's, just $7.99 for 2 Bill Gray's cheeseburgers on top of home fries and mac salad, loaded with your choice of toppings, including Bill Gray's famous meat hot sauce. Great Plate Tuesday, every Tuesday. Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's. So 2nd and 2 now for Churchville Chili after that penalty. Was encroachment against Gates Chili. Let's see if the Spartans can capitalize on these mistakes. Here's a handoff to Gibson on the inside, and it looks like he's going to pick up the first down for the Saints. Looks like he's going to pick up the first down with 2:58 left to play. All right, so definitely another first down for Churchville Chili. Able to move the ball on the ground. Have not seen much of an air game from either team thus far here. Ball right in the center of the field, right at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10. Man in motion is Chromes. And the misdirection goes to Gibson up the middle. And it looks like he's going to pick up a handful of yards. He's going to get down to about the 10. So he picks up about 5 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and, now they're going to call it, looks like 6. 2nd and 6. Picked up 4 yards. 2nd and 6. With 2:10 left to play. Boy, when's the last time we saw the Saints this deep in Spartans territory? From the 10. Murphy sets up. And once again, if the the coach is on that scissor lifter in the way, we apologize. Murphy looks like he can play. He's going to throw it up here to number 44, and that's Liam Podzebka. And it looks like they're going to pick up about 2 yards on that play. So that'll bring up 3rd and looks like 4. 3rd and 4 now for Churchville Chili. 1:30 left to play. I will call it 3. 3rd and 3. You can see the Saints bringing in the play. They bring in Jaquel Gibson, 6 foot. Looks, from my vantage point, definitely looks taller than 6 foot. 3rd and 3 from the 8-yard line for Churchville Chili. Can the Saints punch it in? Plenty of time. 1:04 left to play here in the third. Pass, looking for the corner. And intended receiver was to Gibson. Morrison on the coverage. Not another egg beater, not on target, but ball goes out of bounds, so that incompletion will stop the clock with 56.6 left to play. So it'll now be 4th and 3. A pivotal down. Most pivotal down for Churchville Chili up to this point. driving this deep for the first time in a long time. Can Gage Chili put the stop on? And looks like we are going to see timeout. Somebody calling a timeout here. Yep, we do have a stoppage in play. Well, maybe not. Well, I know the clock has stopped at 56.6. I know that much. So remember, fans, be sure to check out The Rock, rocksportsnetwork.com, where you'll be able to watch tonight's game and all of our games and sports shows this season on demand 24/7 on your smart TV, desktop, or mobile device. rocksportsnetwork.com, Rochester's only sports channel. All right, here is Murphy. He rolls out, feels a lot of pressure, lets the egg beater go, and he's going to be picked off. He is going to be picked off again for the second time here tonight, and that is absolutely going to stop that drive with 48.5 left to go. And that was that was an ill-advised pass, but that is something that you have to deal with when you have a sophomore who has never played a, varsity football game up to this point. And it's something that he's going to learn from, and I'm pretty sure that the coaching staff with Churchville Chili will address that. But with that said, the Gage Chili Spartans will start from the 10. Start from their own 10-yard line with 48.5 left to play in the third quarter, holding on to the 8-0 lead. Man in motion for Gage Chili, and handoff is going to go to Walton, and he is going to bring it up to about the 25-yard line. So he'll bring it up to the 25-yard line, and looks like a first down. So that'll be a 1st and 10 now for Gage Chili. Nice run, nice little sweep coming over here to the near side. Clock continues to run. We're down to 30 seconds. Half a minute left to go here in the third quarter with Gage Chili leading 8-0 and with the ball. Here on the near hash mark, short side of the field is the near side. Here is TJ Powell. Morrison in motion, handoff to Pelosi. Goes off guard, and he is going to pick up first down yardage before being brought down by number 20, and that is Joey Gibson, the running back, 5'9", 200 junior. So that will run timeout. The third quarter will come to an end with Gage Chili picking up another first down and holding on to the 8-0 lead. We're going to step aside, take a little break. You're watching the Section 5 High School Game of the Week here on the Rock Sports Network.
Mommy hurt her lower back, but they got her back on track at
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Each moment of glory contains passion, knowledge, and teamwork. As a community of learning, we transform each moment into an opportunity to aspire to great things, to engage our minds in new ways, and to excel in today's endeavors and those yet to come. This community of learning is the College at Brockport, ranked high nationally for quality and value. The College at Brockport. Pursue something greater.
Coaches teach your kids to dream. Coaches teach your kids to overcome. Coaches teach your kids good sportsmanship. Coaches teach your kids proper technique. But who teaches your coaches?
Welcome back in, fans, to the Section 5 High School Game of the Week here on the Rock Sports Network official Facebook page. Gary Sadak now on camera. Kevin Thompson running the production. I'm Craig the Spaz Man Simmons. And we are coming at you live from Churchville, Chili. Second half sponsor, Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Rochester Chevrolet owners know Bob Johnson Chevrolet is the place to bring your vehicle for all their service needs. Bob Johnson Chevrolet, Ridge Road West in Greece. We switch ends, final frame. Here comes Gage Chili. Powell stretches the pocket. He's going to keep and run. Oh, he takes a nice hit. Takes a nice hit up front by Joey Gibson, as well as number 52, who is Brennan Fingler, 6'1", 190 junior. And he is going to pick up, looks like he picked up 3 yards, so it'll bring up 2nd and 7 from the 41-yard line of Gates Chili. Once again, you know what, fans, without the sponsors, we wouldn't be able to do this. So make sure you visit their Facebook pages, their websites, and when you do, tell them that you heard their name mentioned here on Rock Sports Network. Hand off to Walton, the man in motion. He gets to the edge. He turns it upfield. He gets first down yardage. He's going to be brought down right at the midfield marker. Looks like he is taken down with attitude over there on the far side by Brendan Fingler. So that's 2 plays in a row now, Fingler. Good pursuit by the junior linebacker, 6'1", 190. My son, Matthew, we call him the Mad Dog. He used to play linebacker for Red Jacket, and he came to me one day, and he said, Dad, in one sentence, what can you tell me to make me a better linebacker? I said, you got to do 3 things. Find the ball, get to the ball, and lay out whoever has the ball. And right now, Fingler is doing a great job of that for the Saints. Here is the misdirection handoff to Pelosi, and he turns nothing into something as he gets across into Churchville Chili territory. He's going to get down to about the Saints 45. Champion Chromes and Liam Podzebka in on the stop for the Saints. So with 10:35 left to play now in the final frame. You know, sports is full of cliches. Full of cliches. It's the most cliched thing or, activity. And one of my most hated cliches used to be in the final frame, and now I use it constantly. So we are in the final frame with 10:15 left to go. Here is Walton in motion. Keeper on Powell. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. Might have been picked up a yard. He was brought down by Joey Gibson. So the clock continues to roll. Time is not on the side of the Saints at this point. So we are probably seeing Gage Chili going to stay in the running game as long as they can move the ball. The longer they have it, the less time that Churchville Chili is able to have the ball, possess the ball, and try to make something happen and tie this thing up here. So we're looking at 3rd and 4 from the 44. Here's the snap. Morrison in motion. Pass over here to the near side. Goes to Blake Siplin. And it is caught by Siplin. He comes up definitely having issues with the left leg. Chromes on the tackle. Let's see where the spot is. This is going to be close. Oh, it's a 1st and 10. It is a first down. It is a, well, let's see. What are they doing? Nope. 3rd and short. 3rd and short. My bad. I made a mistake. Don't tell my wife I said that because I tell her I'm never wrong. So 9:05 left to play here in the final frame, and the official is going to call timeout. And it is let's see, they are moving the chains. It is, in fact, the first down. So I was right. I wasn't wrong. I take that back. All right. So the chain gang now made their first mistake here in the first. Everybody makes mistakes in the first game of the season. Luckily for me, fortunately, it's my second game. So here is the handoff. Misdirection goes to Pelosi, and Pelosi is right now the workhorse for Gage Chili. He is brought down by Fingler once again. And right now, defensively, if you had to ask me who the defensive player of the game right now for Churchville Chili is, it's definitely Fingler for the Saints. But right now, the workhorse, Pelosi, picks up a handful of yards and puts them in a position to have a 2nd and 4 from the 34-yard line of the Saints. Powell and Pelosi, twin sets on both sides. Near side, short side. Here is the pitch to Pelosi. Pelosi's going to get down to just about first down territory. Pelosi with another carry gets wrapped up once again by Fingler. What are the stats here again on Fingler? Brendan Fingler, 6'1", 190 junior. Now, he's about the same height as my son, the Mad Dog, but Matthew had probably a good 40, 50 pounds on him, and he was just as fast. The Mad Dog was fast. He was quick. Now he's a father of 4. 7:35 left to play. Here's Powell. Handoff once again to Pelosi, and we're going to see. Oh, he breaks free, sidesteps over to the left-hand side, gets around the edge, and gets down inside the red zone, all the way down to the 10. That was all Pelosi. He had nowhere to go directly out in front of him. That play was off guard, and he sidestepped, juked, moved laterally, and then got to the edge and brought it all the way down to about the 11. All right, heck of a drive here. Has taken a lot of time off of the clock. Now down to 7:10. Man in motion is Morrison. Hand off to Pelosi again, off the end. Picks up, looks like about 4 yards. 3-4 yards. That'll bring up second down. Powell and Pelosi. I would like to know just how many touches Pelosi has gotten. Many of them here in the final frame, this final drive here, or this drive, I should say, for Gage Chili with 6:40 left to play. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 5 from the 11-yard line for Gage Chili. Deep in Churchville Chili territory. Man in motion is Walton. He gets the handoff. Sweep. Changes direction, goes back the other way. Across the field, he's got room to run. We've got a flag on the play. That's going to come back. That'll come back. I believe they are going to call, I'm pretty sure they're going to call a hold on Loxley Millwood. And we have an injured Churchville Chili player on the field. We're going to step aside, take a break. We'll talk about it when we come back. You are watching the Section 5 High School Game of the Week here on the Rock Sports Network.
You'll get more for your money. You'll get much greater value. You talk to kind, courteous people who really care. They're so sincere. I recommend them to my family. I recommend them to my friends. They've gone way above and beyond my great expectations. It's Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Bob Johnson Chevrolet.
Bill Gray's Burgers and Fish Fries are Rochester's choice because of this, and this, a lot of these, and mostly that.
Gimme, 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 Bill Gray's.
Service. All right, welcome back, fans. Rochester Chevy owners. They know Bob Johnson Chevrolet is the place to bring your vehicle for all your service needs. Their ASE certified technicians can take care of everything from routine oil changes and tire rotations to full system overhauls. Check out their online service specials, then make your appointment today. Bob Johnson Chevrolet, Ridge Road West in Greece. All right, so the injured player for Churchville Chili who made his way off of the field was Jacob Short, 6'1", 240 senior. And number 2, what about him? Oh, he came off. That would be a big loss. Devin Walton, number 2 for Gage Chili, also injured on that last play. He's coming off right now over here off to my right. So we've got 6 minutes left to play as Walton makes his way off. He limps off. And again, you have to ask yourself, bad snap. Powell does pick it up. And he's touched in the backfield, but he's going to make his way all the way back down to the 35. He is going to make his way back to the 35. And as Walton is down on the laying prone on his back over here off to my right-hand side, hopefully I'm not breaking any HIPAA rules. talking about it. But he is receiving attention to his legs. I'm going to say that he's having cramping issues. And like I said, during the first game of the season, a lot of times, as hard as these guys have been working leading up to this game, hydration is kind of an issue. And if you're not properly hydrated, you're not eating and drinking properly because you're working out so hard, you're doing those things to get prepared, you tend to run into cramping issues in the first game or two of the season. 5 minutes left to play here in the final frame. We're going to have a flag on the play. We're going to have another delay a game against the Spartans that time. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. And it'll stay third down. That'll push him back a little bit. That'll push him back to the Saints 41-yard line. No huddle necessary. Looks like they're just going to go with the same set. Twin receivers on both sides. Morrison in motion. Here's the snap. Powell drops back. Man downfield. Overthrows him. Almost picked off. Almost picked off by Denanzia Strong. Deonze. Deonze Strong. Or no, wait, that was Jonathan Jeffers. My bad, Jeffers. 6'1", 165 sophomore. So that incompletion will stop the clock with 4:46 left to play. 4th and a country mile for Gates Chili. They've got 35 on the board. I call that a country mile from the 41-yard line. Set to punt are the Spartans. That's coming back. That's coming back. Running, Gibson ran into the punter, ran into Zach Piazzu, and that's going to be coming back. So tried to go for the block, did Gibson, unable to get to it, and clearly ran into the punter. Clearly ran into him. Now we'll see how that sets up, how that sets things up on the field. We see Powell making his way over here to the sideline. So I imagine that Gates Chili will retain possession of that ball with 4:35 left to play. 4th and forever. So here comes the official with the signal. Personal foul running into the kicker. That'll be a 15 yards automatic first down for Gates Chili. Automatic first down on that personal foul. Now, I don't think there was anything egregious in that. It didn't look to me like Gibson, was aiming for him. He wasn't targeting him. He ran into him. There's no question about that. Maybe he didn't appear to have been trying to, block the kick or something. So that's a lesson learned. If you're going to come in and contact is coming, at least make it look good so you can use that when you try to defend yourself. Morrison in motion, handoff to Pelosi, left-hand side, right up the middle, and he is going to scoot down right inside to about the 10-yard line. Tell you what, this drive has taken up forever. Great ball management, great time management, clock management here by Gates Chili. Also able to capitalize on that big mistake there by Gibson running into the kicker, or the punter. So the clock continues to run down to 4:15. Not the highest scoring game, but both teams' defense has not done a bad job. So here is Powell in the pistol. Morrison once again in motion. Clears the snap. Handoff to Pelosi right up the middle. Met behind the line of scrimmage. But he's going to keep pumping those legs, and he's going to pick up a couple yards. So as you can see, as has been the case most of the game, we're doing the best we can to bring to you what's going on that end of the field. But I'm not going to complain. Those coaches have to go somewhere. But I guess on a scissor lift right in the middle of the camera view is not the most optimal position. So it'll bring up 2nd and 5 from the 5 with 3:25 left to play. Here is the handoff on the motion to Morrison, and he's going to get in. Morrison with the 5-yard scamper is going to get in and cap off a 90-yard touchdown drive. They started off on the 10 and ended up 5-yard touchdown run for Morrison at the 3:17 mark. 3:17. And as I said, that is going to cap off a very long drive and a very long possession for Gage Chili. Got the clock all the way down to 3:17. And that right there, fans, is what we call insurance. In sports, we call that insurance. And that gives them a 14. Now make it 15. Make it 15-0 lead with 3:17 left to play. All right, fans, there you have it. Section 5 high school football game of the week here on the Rock Sports Network.
Daddy had surgery and his pain was put to ease.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
How would you like it today? How do you like your Zweigles? You know Zweigles, you know taste, but hot off the grill's not the only place. See what you're missing right in your kitchen. Put a smile on your family's face. Chicken sausage of every kind, great taste is what you'll find. How would you like it today? How do you like your Zweigles?
All right, fans, welcome in. We want to thank Churchville Chili, Mike and Chris and their staff for their hospitality here at Churchville Chili Stadium, allowing us plenty of room to set up here. Gary on the camera, Kevin on production, myself, my dulcet tones, my sonorous voice, bringing you the play-by-play where Gage Chili caps off a very long drive and a very, very long possession and is able to take a 14-0 lead. Second half sponsored here by Bob Johnson Chevrolet at Ridge Road West in Greece. Here is Pelosi, and he gets a foot under it. It's going to come down to about the 23-yard line. It's going to be picked up by Pride, and he's going to get it back to about the 33-yard line. So, as I said, a very long drive and a very long possession for Gage Chili. Jones on the stop. So we've got 3:10 left to go. And Churchville Chili, they are going to – the problem here is they do not have the ability to really establish a passing game. Murphy does not have the arm that they need to go long downfield, so they're going to have to try to get 2 touchdowns within 3:10. So, I mean, it's feasible to think they can go down, score, and then do the onside kick. We'll just have to check it out here as they set up 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Trying to get rid of the bagel on the board here with 3:05 left to play. Comes over here to the near side by Champion Chromes. And he is taken down by Devin Walton. Both players playing both sides of the ball, and that is something that with the smaller roster for each team, you're going to see a lot of here during the rest of the season. So that'll bring up 2nd and 7 from the 37 for Churchville Chili. Trying to work fast now. Twin sets on both sides. Quick pass over there to the other side, right up the middle, and it is caught by Jaquel Gibson, and he's going to make his way into Gage Chili territory. He's pumping those big, tall legs and gets down to the 43-yard line of Gage Chili. 2:29 left to play, and we have a Spartans player down on the field. We're going to take a break. Section 5 high school game of the week here on the Rock Sports Network.
When I sprained my left knee, they did so much to help me at
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
With 20 locations throughout Monroe and Livingston County, pain relief is never more than minutes away. Same-day appointments available. Most insurance accepted. Call 1-888-PT-ROCHS.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
All right, welcome back, fans, to the Battle of Chili. With 2:29 left to play, is being won by the Spartans of Gage Chili with the 15-point lead. But Churchville Chili with the ball moving it. And they come up to the ball very quickly. And they've got twin set over on the far side. They've got a single receiver over here on the near side, on the short side. Murphy going long down the sideline and almost picked off by Mayer Morrison. Mayer Morrison almost with the interception right about the 15-yard line over on the far side. Champion Chromes was the intended receiver. Now, fortunately, that's a catch-22. You don't want to get the incompletion, but at the same time, it also stops the clock. It does stop the clock with 2:16 left to play. So time running out on the Saints. And as a student of the game, I would like to see the Saints punch one in here, get rid of that bagel. Don't really like to see games end with, a team with a bagel, but it is what it is. 15-0. The Spartans lead the Saints. 2nd and 10 from the Spartans 43. Pressure. Murphy on the run. Gets it off. Cannot hit his intended receiver downfield, who was Jaquel Gibson. He was feeling the pressure once again from the big guy, number 64, Antonio Zona. Also in on the pressure. It looked like number trying to figure out what he had going on, but that is another interception that is going to go against Murphy. Now, here's the thing about Murphy. He's only a sophomore. He's got a lot of work to do. He's got a lot of work to do, but he's got a lot to work with. So 1:55 left to play, and the Spartans leading 15-0. Now, remember, fans, illegal block on the return. For you Syracuse Orange football fans tuned into the Rock Sports Network Facebook page Thursday nights for the all-new Ozone Football Show. Host Brendan McDaniels, along with SU football alum Andre Fontanet and Jamil Dumas, will share their expert insight from both sides of the ball, and that takes place at 8 p.m. And one more time, Bob Johnson Chevrolet, their goal is to give you the best deal on the best new or used vehicles possible. If you're not sure what you're looking for in a new car, truck, or SUV, hey, stop by and talk with our expert sales team. They'll help you figure it out, and they'll figure out which model fits your needs and requirements best. Bob Johnson Chevrolet, Ridge Road West in Greece. 1:55 left to play. Here is the snap, and the handoff is going to come off the right-hand side. Keeps his feet moving. And that looked like that was, I'm going to go with number 33, James Harris, the fourth, 5'7", 175 junior. Now, they started off at their own 10. All right, so I've got I call it a run sheet, and I write down where they start off, so then that way you can figure out how long drives are and all that other good stuff. So we've got a timeout now on the field. Churchville Chili is going to call a timeout, and we are going to look up at the clock and see we've got 1:40 left. 15-0, Gates Chili leads the Churchville Chili Saints. Beautiful, beautiful night for some Section 5 football here. Also, hey, listen, every Tuesday, Great Plate Tuesday at Bill Gray's. Just $7.99 for 2 Bill Gray's cheeseburgers on top of home fries and mac salad. Loaded with your choice of toppings, including Bill Gray's famous meat hot sauce. Great Plate Tuesday every Tuesday. Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's. Be sure to check out The Rock, rocksportsnetwork.com, where you'll be able to watch tonight's game and all of our games and sports shows this season on demand 24/7 on your smart TV, desktop, or mobile device. rocksportsnetwork.com, Rochester's only sports channel. And hey, Buffalo Bills fans, tune in to Rock Sports Network Facebook page Tuesday nights at 7 for the Huddle Football Show, where you can get great news, views, and insight on your favorite Buffalo football team and the rest of the NFL. Back at it, 1:40 left to play. Here is the handoff off the right-hand side. Looks like that went to James Harris again. Harris with the handoff to the right-hand side. Good for a couple yards. That's going to bring up 2nd and 6 for Gates Chili. And looks like we are going to have, another timeout. That'll stop the clock at 1:34. And that just gives me an opportunity. We're going to take a break. You're watching the Section 5 high school football game of the week here on the Rock Sports Network.
Bill Gray's Burgers and Fish Fries are Rochester's choice because of this, and this, a lot of these, and mostly that.
Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's.
All right, we're back, fans. $1:34 left to play here in the final frame. Gates Chi-Li 15-0 over Churchville Chi-Li in the Battle of Chi-Li. Second and 5. Here is the new quarterback for Churchville, or for Gates Chi-Li, Blake Siplin, with the first touchdown reception for the Spartans. All right, I got this. Also in the backfield now, we've got James Harris and Jamie Smith. 5'8", 190 junior. So the clock stopped at 1:26. We've got 3rd and 3 for the Spartans. Set up over on the far hash mark on the left-hand side. Spartans going left to right, south to north. Churchville Chi-Li defending the northern goal. Again, beautiful night out here in Churchville, about 60 degrees now. Handoff, spin move. Nice spin move there by Harris. And he's going to get first down yardage. He's going to get all the way up to about the 42-yard line. Let's see what our numbers are here on Harris. 5'7", 175 senior. James Harris, the fourth. Gets another fourth. Another first down for the Spartans. Moves the chains. And looks like we're going to have another timeout with the clock stopped at 1:19. And once again, fans, I can't thank our sponsors enough. Lattimore Physical Therapy, Bob Johnson Chevrolet, Bill Gray, all of our sponsors. You've seen them here on the live Facebook feed. And one more time, fans, listen, you're the reason we do this, and the sponsors are the means by which we're able to do this. So we need you to visit their Facebook pages, their social medias, give them a call, stop in at their stores, at their companies, at their businesses. And when you do, we need you to tell them that you saw their ad on Rock Sports Network, okay? Because then they're going to know that it was money well spent, and they'll keep doing it, because the more support we get, the more we're able to bring you these games. It's a vicious cycle. It's an unending cycle. So remember, you're the reason, and the sponsors are the means. Let them know you heard them here, or you heard their spot on Rock Sports Network. So we're back at it live here on the Facebook page. 1:19 left to play. And the game in hand for the Spartans. And they've gone into the good old victory formation where they're going to take a couple knees and they're going to run it down. They're going to run the clock down here because I believe, I could be wrong, I think Churchville Chi-Li is out of timeouts. And the clock will just continue to run, being second down. They'll take another knee. And this thing is going to fall to Gates Chi-Li. So the Spartans will improve to 1-0. They'll start the season out 1-0. Now, they played all their games on the road last season, but they're going to return to familiar grounds in a couple weeks when they play Brighton. All right? Next week they play Brighton. So after playing on the road all season last year, they had to start this season on the road here at Churchville Chi-Li. So there it is, fans. Time is going to run out and expire. And Churchville Chi-Li will drop the opener and fall to 0-1. And Gates Chi-Li will improve. Well, they'll start out 1-0. Hey, fans, stay tuned to the Rock Sports Network page here on Facebook. We'll be back soon with a live interview with the Bill Gray's player of the game and our post-game report here for the season opening Section 5 high school game of the week right here on the Rock Sports Network.